Alan Partridge, The Death of Stalin, The Personal History of David Copperfield, not a bad CV, I think you'll agree, Armando Iannucci. Our second guest, one of the UK's foremost theatre directors, notably directing The Man in the White Suit, The Lady Killers, With Nell and I. He's got Fawn, adapting film to stage. Sean Foley. So we've got about half an hour, and we did say that we'd let the audience ask the questions. So I'm going to ask a few questions for 20 minutes or so. My first question is, given it's a kind of culturally iconic piece of art, and it has huge sets and an actor playing 3 different characters, this is not.
Why would you
not
do
an obvious
it?
contender to adapt for stage. So whose idea was that, and why?
Well, the idea actually came from not us, from the producers, Patrick Miles and David Luff, who are here, I think. And so they had pretty recently produced Network on stage, another brilliant film. And I think they've been trying for quite a number of years with the Kubrick estate to get the rights to do Doctor Strangelove. And their success that they had with Network meant that finally the Kubrick estate said, yeah, okay, you can have a go.
And it's the first time that Kubrick's work has been taken to stage.
Adapted for anything, really.
Right.
Adapted for any other medium, yes, it is the first time. Which I'm glad I didn't know when I agreed to do it. But I have agreed to do it. I'm pleased.
Have you agreed to do it?
I have agreed, yeah.
And did you, so I was explaining to the audience earlier that I curated the last retrospective of films of Kubrick back in 2019. And once I made the decision to do it myself, I suddenly woke up the next morning thinking, oh, what have I done? The sense of responsibility and there's a kind of intimidating feeling because you're dealing with these canonical, classic pieces of art. Did you grapple with that, the responsibility?
Yes, absolutely, because it's sort of Holy Grail or Poison Chalice. So you have to think: is that a good thing to do? Is it something you can properly make something new of, while being completely? I always say this: when you're adapting something, I think you have to be completely faithful and utterly promiscuous. So that you have to have that sense that you're. I think for me, ultimately, the tone of the film is very, very unique. That it's and that's the thing we've concentrated on really bringing to the stage properly. But it has to be a night at the theatre. So it's going to be new. It's going to be different, while retaining, we hope, everything that people love from the film.
It's a practicality also. If you boil down the dialogue in the film, it comes to about 45 minutes because there's a lot of wordless sequences of the flight and the arming that and so naturally you have to add dialogue, and then also comes the added really theatrical problem, which is how do you have one person? It's fine, Peter Sellers could turn up one week as Mandrake and another week as President Muffley and so on, but live on stage, how do you have one person making these switches instantaneously?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that. So
that was one of the things that I thought would make it a great show. Is that somewhere damn well that Peter Sellers is going off set. He goes, get the new makeup on, comes on, we shoot a new sequence with another character. On stage, it has to happen right before your eyes, within instance that he's Muffley and then he's Mandrake. So that already suggests to me a sort of bravura quality to an evening at the theatre, to the telling of this particular story.
And what also it has is, as you saw there, it's a feel-good movie, really, isn't it? You want that in the West End. But it's fundamentally 3 different sets.
Yeah.
It's the war room, it's Ripper's office, and it's the plane.
Yeah.
You know, and the other stuff
Bit of
is
army base
army
outside,
base,
yeah.
but fundamentally 3. So that already can enroute you in 3 different identifiable sets on stage.
So I wanted to dig into that a little bit. So how on earth are you doing it in a live context? What sort of makes
I don't
film?
know.
I've got no clue.
Obviously, Salas did 3 there, and obviously we're not going to do that because it's impossible. So Steve's actually going to do 4 characters in the show.
And this is because originally, when Columbia Pictures were developing it with Stanley Kubrick,
Yeah.
they'd just done Lolita, and Sellers had played multiple characters in that. And they wanted him to do the 4, so they wanted him to play the
Hong Kong,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
on the plane, and I think in the end he said, "I just can't do it."
I think he sprained his ankle or something, and he couldn't
Yeah.
work in the